Continuing on with the Rack and Ruin set from Eureka, we have number 327 in the Masters of Cinema series, Somewhere in Berlin. Now, I enjoyed this one almost as much as I did with The Murderers Are Among Us. In fact, maybe more. This is an interesting tale that really tackles the perspective of post-war through the eyes of kids. And it was interesting because of that. You know, in the ruin of post-war Berlin, focuses on two boys. We've got Gustav and Willie, who play amongst the shattered buildings, dreaming of rebuilding their world. And when Gustav's father returns from a prisoner of war camp, broken and without hope, the children's optimism and resilience become the spark for him to reclaim his life and start anew. Kind of. It's all about people who are dealing with the post-war trauma. Everywhere they look, they see the ruins of their lives and the world round about them. And then you kind of juxtapose that with the kids who are out playing amongst the ruins, who are having fun, who are making the best of their lives. They are playing war, where the adults are shell-shocked from the battles that they've been in. The kids are firing off fireworks, having fun. People are being traumatized by the explosions and they're getting PTSD. The kids aren't weighed down with the expectations of life. They just want to have fun and want to get by. And then adulthood has not tarnished them as yet. They still have that youthful resilience. They still have that youthful optimism. And the main character here is kind of Gustav as we watch his home life.
Kann richtig schießen.
Seeing how he gets on with his mother, how he wishes he could do more, how he is torn between loyalties. He has his mother. His father comes back into it and he wants to have that sort of family unit back together again. But he also has allegiances with his friends, these nomadic tribe of kids that seem to flitter through the ruins of Berlin, led by Willie, who is uninhibited child who is living with someone who has a woman who's trying to look after him, who has a kind of father figure who is teaching him all the bad things that shouldn't be taught. And you can see his wayward style kind of clashing with Gustav. They are friends, but there is something coming between their relationship.
Ob mein Vater das hier wieder aufbaut, hast du eine Ahnung, wie das wird? Lauter Garagen und für die Mutter wieder extra was und daneben gleich eine Werkstatt. Das ist ein Vogel. Dein Vater, der sieht gerade danach aus. Kennst ihn ja nicht. Kenn ich nicht.
And I really like the fact that we focus on the kids here, because after the trauma of the war and the destruction of the war, the children are really the symbols of renewal, in contrast to the adults' burden of guilt and the trauma and the defeat. The kids are looking for the next generation. They have the hope against the parents' despair, which is the central tension of the film. The ruins are really apparent here. It's the playground for the children and the demise of dreams for the adults. It's bombed out Berlin. It's not just a backdrop, but it's a constant reminder of the destruction and the possibility that will be there in the future. I love the boys just playing in amongst the ruins, transforming the devastation into possibilities, into a playground, into an adventure. Gustav's father coming back into it is just crushing despair. He is a shadow of the person he used to be, and that contrasted with the boy's innocence and hope. He's defeated, and you can see it throughout the film. But the film does end with tints of optimism, a belief in renewal and possibilities going forward. And it has this really kind of tragic end to it as well, which I thought the film wasn't going to embrace. but it ultimately went there, which I appreciated it doing that, adding a bit of realism into it. Somewhere in Berlin was really enjoyable. I believe focusing on the kids was a great choice and added a hell of a lot to the film because of that. I won't go into the extras on this disc just now because there's 2 films on this, so we'll come back in the second film. But I'll just say that this was, after The Murders Are Among Us, was another one that was just really impactful. This is my favourite so far of the 2 movies that I've seen. It's poignant, it's kind of human, it's quietly inspiring, it's got that stark realism. I love the childlike resilience. War hasn't affected them, and the idea that it's time to make amends with the past and move on and build was a really great thematic throughout the film. 2 films in, I've kind of enjoyed both of these. I'm looking forward to diving into the next one. I'd love to know your thoughts on Somewhere in Berlin if you have seen it. Have you picked up this set and have you enjoyed it? Have you seen the other films? Can you let me know what they're kind of like? Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved them, hated them, or feel somewhere in the middle, and your thoughts on the set. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.